Model 3. Fear of wanting too much when the success and big goals are scaring you. As always, let's imagine a trader who is doing okay. In the market, they have a knowledge, some skills, everything seems fine on the surface. But here's a very strange thing. As soon as there is a time for this trader to set a really ambitious goal or just to take a big step that could lead him with a very good reward, he frees. Just frees up. It's like some voice inside him say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! There is stop there. Slow down. You don't need that much success, or just a small profit is fully enough. Don't stick your neck out." So he actually lower his own goals and stay in the like a comfort zone. Another example, think of someone who says that his dreams of getting rich from trading, but in reality he just keeping doing the things that prevent him from happening. They like blowing up their accounts or never ever following some solid plan to get rich. In reality, it's like they are forbidding themselves from getting what they really want. It sounds very strange, I know. But there is a question. It sounds very strange, I know, but in reality, it's happening. And why would somebody be scared of very successful or good dreams? Unfortunately, but this kind of inner ban on desire happiness all over the time. Let's try to find out where does this "I don't want too much" mentally comes down from. Oftenly, it is this ban on desire took root from long before we step out in trading. It might come from the messages we pick up in our childhood or from society, thinking like you can't earn big money honestly, or wanting too much is greedy or sinful. Just you need to be Mozart, or don't stand out. Just be happy with things you already have. If it sounds familiar for you, if this idea and this goes deeply planted in your mind, then every time you think that I want a lot, I want to really be successful, you might hit an inner big ball. It's like feeling like you have no right to want that, so much. Sometimes this show up with a fear of success. Very strange, but I even know people who afraid of success. This is very paradoxical, but why do these people afraid of success? The answer is very tricky. Part of you might be afraid of what could happen if I become really wealthy. I will lose my friends, or with people, or people will judge me or treat me differently. Or if I finally reach my big goals, what do I do next? What if I can't sustain and everything falls apart afterward? Because of fear like this, a person might analogy sabotage their from own efforts just to be successful. In trading, this inner barrier leads for some odds behaviors. Yeah, for example, a trader might set a very low profit targets for themselves, or they just take a very tiny profitable movement, and exit a trade even when they could let them run longer for a just bigger reward. Deep down, some part of them just saying, I'm not allowed of having a lot. So I will just take a little and that's all. Another scenario is they keep sabotaging themselves just when they are doing really well. Suddenly they make a very foolish movement or very foolish trade, and all their profit disappears. It's like an inner voice is declaring that this is too good to be true. Time to bring you back down to earth. Let me share with you some real examples. I know a trader who is struggling for a long time, always around break even. Whenever he managed to grow up his account, like say 20, 30%, within some weeks, he is always doing something just to lose it. Just some bad traits, some negative traits. This pattern kept repeating day after day, period after period. When we dug deeper into why this kept happening, a belief came to light. Deep down, he thought that making a lot of money, moreover in a quick way, was very wrong. Like it was undeserved money. He grew up in a family that never had much money. And in his household, if somebody else was very wealthy, people will say or think like they probably cheated or did something bad, and that's why they received this money. So his mindset, whenever his account grow quickly, actually started to he was starting to feel guilty and very uncomfortable. He might not be have some said it loud, but inside of him he was feeling like, is it okay? I made so much so fast. Is it okay? Did I really earn it, or did I deserve it? And this guilt or and discomfort made him to do something just to get rid of these gains. He just would blow his profit with a very dumb trade just to fall back on the levels when he feels normal, just where everything is normal to him and where he has no more shame or guilt. In short, he was just forbidding himself from having more than a certain amount because of anything above that was triggered like it's not allowed money. Let's think more from philosophy side for the second for this case. Desire is the engine of the progress. If human beings did not want things, we would all still be sitting in caves. It's normal to want things, and it's even normal to want it a lot, as long as your desire comes from your own, I don't know, genius aspiration. But when you have an inner rule that says that you should not want too much or something like that, you live your life cutting out your own wings. It's like a bird that's just afraid to fly too high because of somebody told you that you don't desire or you don't dare to rise above the rest or something like that. This is mentally comes from mix of society, stereotypes, and some personal fears. Society might have told you that rich people are bad, money will spoil you, or don't stand out too much, or something like that. And personally, you might be fear if I'm high and then I will fall, or I'll be so involved and even so tired. For a trader, putting a self imposed cap on your ambitions, it's a recipe for stagnation. The trader who do well often have the winning trade. They even let the winning trade run and turn into something significant and big. If deep down you have a voice like whispering, I should not want more, or I don't need so much, you will probably find yourself selling winning stocks too early. Just to avoiding these opportunities, you might pass on a promising strategy because, yeah, you just tell yourself, no, That's not for me. I will take small gains. This is real me. But here's the main paradox. To become truly successful, you have to give yourself a permission to be successful. So, what is the way out of this strange thing? Just start by giving yourself a permission just to want what you really want. Admit yourself what is your real trading dreams are, not the modest goals you think are acceptable just to have, but the real big dreams that you maybe hesitate just to say out loud. Do you want a financial freedom? Do you want to make $1 million from a trading? Do you want to continuously make a certain percentage of return on each month? Don't activate that inner sensor that immediately says, be realistic or don't be greedy. Just let yourself to acknowledge that, yes, I want this thing, and understand there is nothing wrong or shameful about wanting it. You can even write down your big goals and just read them out loud to yourself without, just try to do it without apologizing for them. If you feel that inner voice just objecting you, like, who do you are to think that you really want that, or do you recognize what you really want? You just need to overcome. You just need to handle it. I will tell you one practical thing. Try to catch these moments when you start hitting these breaks, just just blocking your success. For instance, after a streak of winning trades, you might notice just something like a sudden anxiety pop up of feeling that's going too well. Somebody will bro me. Something wrong will happen. If you feel that, don't sabotage yourself, just making something to bring yourself back down. Instead, just take a pause and address something to yourself like, I have a right to be successful. I have a right to want more. There are no cosmic laws or something like that going to punish you just because you have a big dreams. Remind to yourself that it's okay to hold on your success. Yes, markets goes up and down every day, and you will have losses at some times, but it's normal. But don't waste your gains away just a feeling of guilt or fear to having this success. Try this to exercise too. Make a list all of these beliefs that you grow up, which you have collected for the years. What kind of things did your parents, friends, or culture or society teach you about rich people, or about just wanting money? You will might list things like big money is a big problem, or if you want less, you will live more peacefully, or people who get rich quickly must doing something wrong. Write them all, and then for each such item, just ask yourself, does this belief help me to become who I want to be? If not, imagine yourself just stamping it with a just big red label. Yeah, not mine. Definitely, if you will think about it, all these ideas don't belong to you. You heard it. Sometimes we take deep down to ourselves these others' ideas and think that this is our words, but it's others' words. Just because when you were grow up, you were hearing it, and if you're hearing it, it does not mean that You have to believe in them and follow them. You are allowed to update belief the way you really want. And moreover, you are really allowed to delay beliefs that don't serve you. Like a quick takeaway for this lesson, I will tell you some such thing. Having an inner ban on your own desires, think like putting shackles on yourself. It's time to take them fucking off. In trading, it's not a blind greed that makes you successful or not. It's having a bold vision of what you really want, of willingness to go for it just successfully. Let yourself steal for what you generally want. There is nothing wrong with wanting just to earn more and just live a better life. In fact, there's this spark of desire is what gives you like an energy to learn, to improve, to endure the challenges and come out with a successful trading. So take your foot off from the brake when it comes to your dreams. You might be amazed how much can become possible just once you stop holding yourself back. Allow yourself to wish, and you will be successful. Thank you.